Whatever you're doing in life, make it count. Because one day, eventually, you'll be forgotten. At best, you'll be reduced to a historical footnote, stashed in a climate-controlled back room of some sort. That's where this hot item is, the Book of Vaudeville. Here are 6 performers. Maybe you know them, maybe not, but these people will make history by living it. The only question is, will they make it count?
So what is this exactly?
This book was compiled by a guy named Manny Finkelman, who's a dancer, and he worked in vaudeville in Winnipeg in the 20s. He was obsessed with the Orpheum Theatre, which was just one of 10 or 12 theatres.
While he was at the Orpheum, he started to compile a scrapbook. And he would get the local papers, and he cut out all the little ads for the acts, the little newspaper ads. Starting 21, I believe the book goes from 21 to about 1928. So he's got this huge scrapbook, and he's pasting these little bits of paper into it, page after page. And he left the theater, and the book stayed there at the Orpheum. What happened to it? Or, how did it sit in the Orpheum Theatre from roughly late 1920s until it was demolished in the late 40s? Where was it? Did he hide it in there somewhere? Did he put it in a cabinet? Did he put it up on a wall somewhere, I don't know.
When the Orpheum was demolished, a guy named Gene Shelley was walking by. There was a chain link fence up. He was walking by, he looked at the rubble, and he saw this book sticking out of the rubble. And he thought, what the? And he climbed over the fence. This is true.
And went into this rubble of what was left of the Orpheum Theatre.
Gene Shelley was a friend of mine for over 20 years. I can see Gene so clearly in my mind, seeing this old scrapbook there and having to know what it is and climbing over the fence, digging it out, climbing back over and taking it home. I can totally see that that's something he would do. He never once mentioned this to me. But I think in some way he knew that it was something important, which is why he took it home and saved it for so many years rather than just looking at it and discarding it. So, and he just kind of kept that secret. It just makes me wonder why now? What's in there that the book is trying to tell us?
And as far as I know, we're the first people to actually look at it. And I'm thinking we might be able to find some kinds of acts in here that we could recreate.
Shall we crack her open?
Something out here is going to jump out and grab each and every one of us that we can present on stage. We're going to learn something new or different.
The man who wrestles with himself should register a popular hit. How do you wrestle with yourself? Maybe grab yourself and then somehow get free.
Yeah.
And then put yourself like in an arm bar, maybe like gouge your own eye out or...
What's this? Fraxon, the man of 100 cigarettes, will present something novel. His forte is magic, not the ordinary kind of magic one expects to see on the stage, but something decidedly novel in the art of manipulation. I could try that act, but I'm trying to quit.
The human bird act.
Oh,
What's
wow.
that?
That sounds
Okay, one of the
interesting.
most interesting entertainers ever secured for vaudeville is Charles Kellogg, the well-known Californian naturalist who's coming to the Orpheum Theatre next week. Mr. Kellogg is the first human being to sing bird songs.
I'd like to read about him. I'd like to read about the guy and get a sense of who he is.
I think that's it. I think I found what I want to do.
All right, you know what? I'm just gonna flip there. That.
Trixie
I'll do that.
Fidanza? What does she do?
There seemed to be a style of sort of brassy dames who would
sing some kind of raunchy songs.
And actually, Jackie and I were just looking through the book, and we came across a picture of Sophie Tucker and her miniature doppelganger. So she'll come out dressed like me, and we'll do a little duet.
Oh, hey, look, the thrill of the bill is to be found in a couple of male roller skaters, the Thrillers. One recklessly swings the other about with perilous holds.
Well, if I'm gonna wrestle myself, you could roller skate yourself.
Yeah, I could do that. I could roller skate. I won't even be pluralized. I will be the Thriller.
The Thriller.
All right. Houdini bringing his thrills to the Orpheum stage, week of February 11th, 1923. My name is Dean Gunnarsson. I'm an escape artist. I mean, I first got connected to Houdini when I was 10 years old. My mom bought me a book on Houdini, and as a young boy, that influenced me in such a big way. And I mean, it all started from a book. To do an escape from a water torture cell, which is one of the features of his new act.
Do that?
I could try. Hardin. You know, everybody's heard of Houdini, but not many people have heard of his brother Hardin. And I think Hardin was even better magician than Houdini. What amazed me about the book of Vaudeville is that there's so much history in there that was basically lost, that people didn't know existed.
And I think that as we bring that into a theater that has the same kind of history, I'm sure an energy will slowly start to take over.
Again, it just goes to show you how short our time is on this earth, and then you're forgotten. You're lucky if you're a little scrap of paper somewhere. We better make our shows good.
Okay, I got one of these, a couple of those, and some deodorant.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay, nice.
Should have a bit of, oh yeah. Oh.
There you go.
Yeah, it's like riding a bike. It's like riding 4 bikes. Okay. Oh, yep.
That was all right. I could see that.
This might be what the act is. Yes! That's going in the act.
These are things where, you know, in vaudeville, you know that this is, you know, something that somebody learned and then they did it, you know, 10 shows a day, every day, until they closed the theater or whatever it was, you know, like that's all they did. So they're very, very good at it. And here you have us who are just trying to figure something out. You got 5-6 weeks. You know, I'm very excited to see, like, you know, where the funny's gonna come from and how, you know, how can we do these things safely.
So, no!
Just the way you kind of went like this, got your arms set, I got all excited.
Yeah!
I thought, okay, something serious is gonna happen.
Exactly.
So that's it. It's
And
all
then
the
it doesn't.
illusion of serious fear.
And so, Jackie's the first brave soul to start scratching out her act. If nothing else, she's enthusiastic. And well padded. At this early juncture, little does anyone suspect that Steve will drop a major bombshell.
So to train as a one-man wrestler, somebody wrestling himself, the first thing I thought I would do is grapple. But somehow, my 50-year-old elbow, I've damaged it somehow.
He was wrestling with himself and then hurt himself, which I think is the worst situation to be in because you can't blame anybody but yourself.
And I don't know what I've done, but somebody's gonna fix it, and if they can't fix it, then we're gonna get somebody to do the wrestling and I'll do the yapping maybe.
But no, I'm gonna say that that's a one-off event and the rest of us will all carry on completely safely with no further injuries. Knock wood.
I don't think Fraxon was an abnormally big-mouthed man. And he said to himself, wow, 100. So he got his cigarettes and he started opening them up. It's making me a little nervous because, as I said, I'm trying to quit. Jackson says to himself, 10 cigarettes here. And he's aware, probably nobody on Earth has ever done this before. Why would they? So, he develops an act. Let's try a few more, shall we? 9 10s. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't think my mouth is big enough to get 100 cigarettes in. Let's see how many I can get in. Just be defeatist about it. Fraxon had a secret. Yeah. Okay, sorry, these are mine now. Sorry. And these two as well, these ones as well. A little bit of earwax there. Never hurt anybody, come on. You know what they put in these things?
So I want you to hear the chimes as we come in. So this is the studio. You know, people come in these doors and they want fame and fortune and they want to be seen and they want to be a big, huge actress in a big, huge movie and that's just not real. That's not real at all. It's not even realistic. And this is the classroom for my acting students. And this is where we do everything. Well, I'm simplifying. I just don't have this need to be seen in the same way that I used to have. Like it used to be make myself into something I'm not. And then everybody will laugh because I had that gift and they film it and I make money, right? And that's really kind of what it turned into. I turned into a gong show. You know, I teach acting. I teach acting and I don't want to perform. That's a difficult conundrum to have. And so then I got Charles Kellogg's book when I left. And I have it here. It's The Nature Singer, his book. But really everything about this man, it's not a gong show at all. He would come out to the audience and literally just be. Like I always say, you need to be seen to my students. And here was this man who was standing on a stage seeing people in the audience. I mean, that kind of gives me an inspiration to do this, but it also scares the crap out of me because, you know, what do I do? So I'm not gonna dress up and I need some kind of setting. If I can recreate on some level what it would feel like for me to be in nature and just be, that works.
I'd be almost more comfortable just going out and doing it.
Great, like a dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? Tell your story.
Music hath charms to soothe. Yeah, this was not a man coming and trying to make people laugh or trying to get something from people. He was just a man who was himself on stage, completely himself, and was okay with himself. Like he just doesn't seem to be the kind of guy who needed something, and he thought it was great. He thought vaudeville was awesome, and so he was there because of that.
Sarah has been trolling the internet for ideas on raunchy singing acts and has uncovered a video of Fraxon to show Ross. This changes everything.
Yeah, well, originally I was thinking, okay, you know, in the book of Vaudeville, Fraxon was described as the man who handles 100 cigarettes, and I thought, well, he must smoke 100 cigarettes. So I thought up this act that would involve 100 cigarettes. Then we watched the Fraxon video on YouTube, and it turned out the act was completely different and much more sophisticated and warm-hearted than I had imagined. His act is really magical. I watched it and watched it, and I couldn't figure out how he did it. And because I warmed to him personally so much, I wanted to try to honor him and figure out how he did it. He's not trying to fool anybody. He's not trying to put one over on you. He's trying to create delight. He's trying to create a sense that the world is magical. And it was the 20s, you know, and the world was more magical than it is now. And what do we have now? A fucking global toilet. So I've tried to figure out some of his secrets and figure out ways to make the act just as magical as it can be, like that. Sorry if that created a flare in your camera.
The Pantages Theatre is the perfect place to stage a show like this because it was one of the original vaudeville theaters in Winnipeg, and it's remained, except for wear and tear, virtually intact to this day. Perfect venue.
And so the gang gets together to take a look around the Pantages Theatre and do some make-believe.
I'll come out, hello, describe to the audience that I'm going to do this very difficult and dangerous escape. One of the escapes that I saw in the book of Vaudeville that both Houdini and Hardin would have performed was the Houdini milk can. It was an escape that Houdini invented. It involves a very large metal can that's been filled to the top with water. And what's really neat is that I know Hardin performed in this theater on the same stage. He even performed the milk can. And Houdini would always say this, I think. He would ask the audience to take a breath with them and hold it for as long as they can. So I'm gonna say the same thing. 1, 2, 3. I want you to start your clock. I'm hoping that I can make the escape in about the 2-minute mark. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less. So jump up here and go. That is, of course, if I get out.
Okay, so Andrew, you're replacing me. I had signed on to be a vaudeville act of a guy who wrestles himself.
Well, I'm Andrew. I'm a theater actor mainly, a little bit of film stuff, work in a restaurant sometimes, and I do lots of kung fu. Last night he called me, found out, yeah, I have to wrestle myself based on something out of a vaudeville book.
It was hard to tell at Pantages how that's going to work, but I think it'll surprise people.
Picture this. He goes, entering, rolling, like that with sparklers. It'll be like sparklers, and I'll be like, yeah, coming all the way down the thing. And then I gotta hit the railing, like that, and then mince my way up the stairs, crawl up the stairs, and end here to riotous applause. And it goes out, and now I come a little bit close, and then this is gonna be the big one. And I give it like a whoa, but then you let go. So, okay, you come out as a normal person.
I come out as, well,
I come out as half a person.
Trixie Jonathan, you come out as half a person. You're half my size.
Is
But we
it
have to dress exactly the same.
No, exactly. So, is it funnier if you say, and now introducing my little sister, or my big sister?
My big sister, yeah. I think big sister.
So please put your hands together for my little sister.
Your big sister.
My big sister, Minxie Charlton. Minxie!
This is gonna be a really long walk up.
That actually might be funny if you do that.
Yeah.
Just make it halfway out and fuck it. We just stay here and sing this song. And
like angels.
Like angels. We will sing like angels. And I go, thank you, Minxie. You can go now. Minxie.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Come to the Orpheum.
The Orpheum Cakewalk song It has this little break in it a couple of times where I come out from the wings. Nobody's expecting it because I can't see me. And I go, have a banana.
The have a banana thing is an old English music hall line.
I don't know what it means, have a banana. What's that supposed to mean? It means something to Owen, clearly. And I don't think it's really in character for Fraxon, because it's a little vulgar, you know, and Fraxon is dignified. Have a banana! If it was have a banana, fine, but have a banana?
Hopefully Ross will be appropriately funny with that line.
I'm not happy about it, but I'll do it. The thing about magic is it takes a lot of practice. And, you know, Fraxon probably practiced for years, and I don't have that much time. So I figure I have to go on stage prepared to fail. I'm going to attach one to my belt with this tape. To me, one of the most interesting things about his act is where he gets the cigarettes from. Tried a number of ways of doing it, of loading cigarettes so that I can grab them without anybody seeing. A cigarette goes in the ground, shit balls. And oh golly, most of my attempts were miserable failures, but that's how you learn, right? Again, the tape's not fresh enough. Shit. I had the hand moves sound pretty good, you know. But that was all really the actual magic. It wasn't so good. Impossible. I started choking at one point. I was about to throw up, and everybody thought I was kidding, but I wasn't. I was about to throw up. It wasn't very good. But, you know, we still have a week, so.
And so, this is the point where I go from disembodied narrator to actual participant in this film. That's my Dr. Seuss blue house Sarah's barging into.
Oh God, Trish, it's a disaster.
No, it won't.
Okay, you know when you haven't prepared for a test and you're taking the school bus and you're like, oh God, just let the bus crash. I would rather be in a bus crash than take this test. It's like that's where I am. I just want the bus to crash. Hello. Hello.
Who else is in it?
Okay, like Jackie is doing this roller skating thing, and she, I don't think actually knows how to roller skate. And then, what? What do you want? What do you want? Steve McIntyre's in it.
He's fun.
He's supposed to be wrestling himself. Wow. He said he twisted his elbow. And now he's got a ringer. He's got a ringer coming in. Like, what a dick. He made a vow. He signed a contract to do this show, and now he's bringing in someone to cover for his ass.
It's gonna be fun.
No, this time, no. I mean, I know I'm great, I know, but there's so many other people involved in this. If it was a solo show,
right?
Oh, hang on. I'm not quite used to the vibrate. Hello? Yeah? What? Oh, no. What? What's the first day? What day of the week is that? Oh, no, it's no problem. No problem at all. I just, all right. Okay. Thank you. All right, bye.
Okay.
A ragamuffin from Paducah hated life at home.
Now I'm totally involved.
With a palooka by the name.
Why? Sarah has been one of my best friends since we were young. And then she became really successful. And I had children.
All I've heard is that Sarah, she wrote this song, this great song, with her sister there.
Come in the back way, Joe.
And then all of a sudden she's not doing the show. And what is that?
She got like 4 days on a movie of the week, just like that. She didn't have to audition or anything. She just got offered it.
And it's disappointing. I feel a little betrayed by her. I think everyone does. So Trish Cooper's going to replace her, and Trish is fantastic. She'll be great.
And so, Jackie guides me through some of the photos she took of the book, getting me up to speed. Who knew women were so into headbands and hats back then?
Slip in the back way, Joe.
Oh, they've already made up the posters. Sarah Constable. And we'll fix this one. Oh, more Sarah Constable. Yes, that's that one. Oh, there we go. Bye-bye, Sarah. Bye-bye, Sarah.
Would you shut up?
Last I heard.
It's my first rehearsal day with the group. Time for me to figure out where I fit into this vaudeville mess. Steve, still nursing his so-called injury, has volunteered to be MC, which can be very dangerous. Everybody's act seems entertaining enough, though I'm still not clear what Annalie is doing with her act.
I tell a story. A meditative piece.
Or rather, I'm not sure what the act is doing to her.
Didn't you hear it last time?
Annalie, this is not Sarah. Sarah's been replaced.
You guys are stupid. Come on, you guys.
No, this is different.
Ridiculous.
This is a different person.
That's Sarah Ross. It's not funny.
Sarah got a better job.
Okay.
This is not Sarah.
Okay, Ross, stop, okay? You guys.
Trish.
That's good.
Big core.
Owen shows all of us how the band he's bringing will help guide the show and provide a kind of cohesive glue that makes our acts all stick together. He's probably freaking out on the inside. Andrew has manicured a special mustache for the occasion. And Ross insists on doing a whistling bit in our duet, even though he's a nervous whistler. Hopefully he can sort out that problem before the show.
I'll just rest on your ass like this. Ow!
Then, a good omen. Kristen from Rag Pickers pops by to talk about costumes.
Yeah, looks really nice.
Turns out she's a champion roller skater derby person, whatever that is. She immediately transforms Jackie's skating ability, and everyone is encouraged by Jackie's leap forward in skill.
Jackie's roller skating act is going to be dynamite. It's just going to kill. It's going to slay. It's impressive, and it's fun, and it's a little bit magical.
By now you're probably wondering why you haven't seen the show rehearsed in its entirety. Well, we haven't had a chance to see that yet either. So tonight's performance is also going to be the rehearsal. I feel like running for the exits, but people are already being ushered in. Shitballs.
Right away, I got sort of taken away by how many people were in the audience. You know, there's quite a few people out there.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Thriller, Jackie Lowen!
The lights go on. I come down with my spinners. I give the spinners to these two children on either side. And I was like, take it. I didn't do it like that. I was just like, take it. I was literally figuring out what the essence of the act was in the lobby right before I went down. So that was cool in a terrifying, unexpected sort of way. I don't really know how the roller thing went because honestly, I didn't hear anybody really. I was just like, ah. Again, all I was hearing was band. I heard band and don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die. Something happened up there, and I seem to be unbroken, so I'm gonna guess it went well.
Come to the Orpheum on the 4th Street Music Row. Have a banana. Come to the Orpheum. Come and see the vaudeville show. Come to the vaudeville show.
It was nerve-wracking. I haven't sang with a band very often. I went right to the mic with gusto and started at the wrong period. And I could just feel Owen's rage behind me. Owen, I'm so sorry.
Come to the Orpheum on the 4th Street Music Row. Have a banana. Come to the Orpheum. Come and see the vaudeville show. Come and see the vaudeville show. Come and see the vaudeville show. Have a banana.
So, but that's live theater. What are you gonna do?
Started just with a little bit of straight up grappling, you know. It all goes so fast, huh? You know, it's just reaction, action, reaction. He got me in a bear hug right away, so I broke out of that. Oh, I held leg lock, a couple of throws. I thought I was done for then, but I got out of that. Got flipped. And then took a dirty, cheap shot.
With choreography and help, I couldn't have done what Andrew did. It was fantastic. The people really dug it.
I think it went pretty well. The crowd seemed to like it. There's lots of reaction, and I won.
Andrew Seacorn, the man who wrestles himself.
Lots of people have told me to keep this outfit. Yeah.
Just before I went on, an hour before I went on, I cut 3/4 of what I'd written.
I start vacations with great determination to get more done than I do in my everyday life. I pack my beach bags full of reading, new projects, scripts, and even my taxes this year. The ocean is holding my hand. The stresses in my toes have long disappeared with the freedom of my flip-flops, and I am brainwashed by nature. The taste of my ice-cold drink on my salty lips is all I need to satisfy me. I am not looking at a clock, except I am feeling the sun's graces. I have arrived on time at exactly what I have been looking for. Let the air tonight soothe your soul and renew your hope in the future. I hope this doesn't leave me. I think Charles will never go away from my mind.
Our next act is Ross McMillan as Fraxon, the man with 100 cigarettes.
The smoking act went actually not bad. It was almost like I was in a trance or something. I was so nervous. Did the bit where I put it in my mouth and start blowing smoke out backwards. That and grabbing cigarettes out of the smoke was really the part of the Fraxon that I wanted to try to do justice to. It worked very well, actually, I have to say.
Wait! That's not enough cigarettes. I need more cigarettes.
I need more cigarettes is the cue for a blackout, and it didn't come, so... so I said it again.
It's not enough cigarettes. I need more cigarettes. Laura!
I need more cigarettes!
Quick, find me more cigarettes!
So I started trying to light them, and I could feel myself about to gag. So I just decided that would be enough. And I took my bow, and they got the idea and clapped.
Thank you.
I felt that I did my best to honor the memory of Fraxon. You don't mind if I smoke in here? Oh, never mind, I'm kidding.
Oh, yeah! Yeah!
Maestro, if you please.
Ragamuffin from Paducah hated life at home. Fell in love with a palooka by the name of Joe. Both her cheeks would start to quiver like a peach parfait when he came by in his flivver to take her away.
I really want to get it right for Sarah and for me. And for Owen.
And her sister was the only one to hear her say, come in the back way, Joe. My mother never has to know.
It sucks. Not only do I feel like I've let Trish and Ross and the band and everybody else down, but I feel like I've let Sarah down, who wrote this really great song, and we weren't able to represent it properly, so that was really frustrating.
Like, I love singing harmony. I don't know how hard it is for really professional singers, but for me, it's hard.
Help me stuff my carpet bag, slip in the back way, Joe.
I can do it fine every time I'm not on stage.
Oh, fuck it.
Come in the back way, Joe. My mother, take it slow. And if your car has lots of room, please fit in my sister too. Just take the back way. It's best the back way. Come in the back way, Joe.
Really frustrating. And I get mad about those things, and I try not to be indulgently mad and, go and smash stuff or anything like that, but I was just like...
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, are you ready? Excellent. Before I begin, I need one very special person that would like to come up on stage and examine the can.
You have your basic structure of what you want to happen, but again, you don't know the type of people you're getting up on stage, whether they're going to be good volunteers.
And your name is?
Salty. Salty.
Salty.
You know, that's like totally out of left field, like salty.
Your parents were drunk one evening or something? Salty, what I'd like you to do is to come up and examine this can. Please make sure it's very solid.
I had people ask me, oh, you must have known that kid. It's like, no, I never. But I think that's the real joy and thrill of live performance, of vaudeville.
One breath. 2 breaths. 3 breaths. Now, take your breath in and hold it.
You know, you're holding your breath, you're underwater, it's dark, like you can't hear the audience or whatever, you just hear like kind of, you know, distant sounds and stuff.
45 seconds! Who's still holding?
And you have to be extremely focused. It's very hard to open up locks and handcuffs and things, especially underwater.
Let's see how he's doing!
It's like a nightmare.
Who's still holding? 1:40! 81! 81! Go, 81! Just you two! 1:50! Make some noise, people! 1:55!
Somehow, Houdini would find a way to overcome the darkness, to overcome, you know, the coldness of the water, to escape, to liberate himself.
Thank you, everyone, for coming out tonight. I'd like to thank the Owen Clark Jazz Band.
I think what we're going to end up with is a capsule of entertainment that happened in Winnipeg a long time ago, brought back to life in 2011. Manny would probably say, "You got all that out of that silly old scrapbook that I made? All those newspaper clippings? Amazing."
After the show, I'm gonna take one cigarette and I'm gonna go outside the back of the theater, smoke that cigarette, and I'm gonna really enjoy it. But it's gonna be my last. Hello, lasty. I'm never gonna smoke again after that. You know, the show itself, that'll be the end of my relationship with Fraxon. So why not let it be the end of my relationship with cigarettes as a whole? You know, I'll never have as much joy smoking as I will on that stage. I think actually Fraxon will help me to quit. That'll be his gift to me. And I'll be healthier, I'll have more money. it'll be good. I'll be transformed. Because that's what art's about, right?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I welcome you to vaudeville. I hope we'll be friends. Hope we'll be friends forever. So take my hand and walk along this garden I planted on my own, and promise me we'll be friends. Oh, we'll be friends forever. 'Cause all my life I've waited for this day to arrive, and here we are together. I hope we'll be friends. Hope we'll be friends forever.